is very, very sad. Yeah, I mean, listen, imagine. I see how this stuff comes about, right? You're sitting there in whatever community you are. In this case, it's in Texas, right? And you
arguing that Carmelo Anthony did not intend to kill someone, he just happened to kill someone. Meanwhile, murder includes the intent that this was deliberate. So the jury is having to decide between manslaughter as that lesser charge or first degree murder. Now, as we talked about this earlier, the difference really is the maximum sentence, right? So for manslaughter, the maximum sentence is 20 years. For manslaughter, or sorry, for murder, first degree murder, the maximum sentence is really life in prison. So Carmelo Anthony was facing between 5 years to 99 years in prison. During closing arguments, the state actually waived the right to open, so the defense went first. And so on Carmelo Anthony's side, his attorney, Mike Howard, argued that Anthony was invited into the tent by somebody he knew and that nobody had the right to use force to eject him in terms of, I mean, some of the witnesses have said he was pushed, he was shoved. They used different words to describe that physical altercation there. Attorney Howard also claimed that Anthony did not have the right to, did have rather the right to defend himself against somebody much bigger than him. That was something else that was brought up was the difference in size between both of these 17-year-old boys. But prosecutor Bill Worski, he argued that Anthony showed up with a mindset that, which is why he had a knife with him. Prosecutors argued that self defense is not a defense in this case because Anthony provoked rather Austin Metcalf into pushing him when he said, "Touch me and see what happens." So the question here is, was this self-defense or was this deliberate? Did he intend to do this? What happened here? That is what the jury is going to have to decide on. Or was this a case of manslaughter, as we just mentioned, the lesser charge that was
They
presented this morning to the jury that they could also
ain't said nothing yet, Eric. I'm still waiting.
Talk about Bill
We
Worth
still waiting.
waiving his opening opportunity in closing
They
argument.
gonna find out in the courtroom
Right. Prosecutors, because
because they in. They didn't. The verdict is in. We just don't know yet. The jury just came back in,
he wanted
and
to
now the
sacrifice
judge is reading the forum and stuff right now. So,
hold cards and reserve it
and
in
they
case
just put up that they can charge him with a lesser charge with manslaughter if they felt like it. Okay,
attorneys
so they have the option of
claim.
self-defense,
And
murder one, or manslaughter.
maybe the last
I'm nervous as well too.
we'll have to
Whatever the
see
outcome
what the
is, he's gonna be okay. He's still gonna be okay.
look on
He's still gonna be okay, and we're gonna be good because this is the thing, y'all. They want us to get upset and start protesting and stuff. That's not what we're gonna do. But what we are going to do is we're going to be mindful of this verdict, and we gonna make sure that we protect our children and that we got a lot of stuff we need to do.
on another historic case are at opposite tables in the courtroom.
and we will see how
We
how
do.
the jury
We
decides
got them.
what decision they have come to. We are waiting for them to
We
announce
still waiting.
this. This case certainly got national attention. I mean, really from the very beginning. Whether you live in Texas or not, I think many people have heard about this case. We've seen national media come over to Collin County outside the courtroom. We've seen TikTokers, YouTubers. I mean, it has gained a lot of interest. Again, these are two 17-year-old boys at the time. There was no evidence that they knew each other prior to this incident, but it it has garnered a lot of attention, and so I think that is also part of the reason why you're seeing so many people out there. It has raised a lot of emotions.
And mainstream attention, New York Times, CNN, Fox News Channel, News Nation, yeah, all covering this, and we've seen either family members of these folks involved, or those who are speaking for them all across TV in the weeks leading up to this trial. Now, even though Judge imposed a gag order on those immediately involved, there have been those outside voices, those surrogate voices that have been speaking for both sides along the way. So with the sheriff's deputies there now, the Collin County Sheriff's deputies, things have quieted down somewhat. They were there and kind of allowing people to have their voice, but they've kind of stepped up their presence as we're now getting closer to learning what that verdict is today.
So if you guys are
Interesting to
are
me
coming in,
is,
make sure you hit the like button.
We did not hear from
Um,
Kristen Metcalf's twin brother.
the
We did
verdict,
not hear
the jury has came in.
also didn't hear from Carmelo
We
Anthony
are
either about this. And I think that's
waiting
probably
on the verdict at this time.
Well, of course,
We waiting on the verdict right now. They just have came back and said that the jury is back after 3 hours of deliberation, and they have a verdict. We don't know exactly what the verdict is right now because they are actually in process of stating it out. So hey Mrs. M, good afternoon. Hey y'all. Yeah, this is very nerve-wracking right now, super nerve-wracking, but I'm just gonna say this. Whatever whatever happens, we're going to process it, and we're going to get through it, and we're just going to make sure we equipped our children with more awareness on what to not do around certain people, what to just what to expect. We are not a group of animals. We don't need people to regulate us or anything like that. We are all um just like with YT people, with Asian people, every every race has bad people in it. Um, Even the white race has bad people in it. So I want to just for my black people, I love y'all, and I just want y'all to just breathe, and um I do have one, Nina. I do.
clock on the wall. Uh, so this is a big moment, right? And this is going to be a moment for these jurors. They've been brought into this. It's a supercharged case. Maybe they hadn't reached conclusions, and we hope that they were honest in Vordaer, that they had not come to any conclusions about this case. Certainly, they heard about it to some extent. You can hear about a case and not make conclusions about it and still be a great juror. And we pray that's so. But they've been in this crucial. They know what's happening outside.
Hey,
They know the pressure.
we just need two allies on there. We just need two people to actually
verdict in this case.
to think without being racist.
Yes, we should.
That's what we need to do. We just need two people to think without being racist.
People have come out um, to
To kill a mockingbird. That's what this feels like, because we have seen this it has been reversed, and we have seen people of the
looks like things have
the
started.
YT get off when they do stuff like this. Okay, so I just want you to understand and know. And because of the laws of the land that we live in, unfortunately, we have to go on their laws. These are their laws of the land. And even when we follow the law, sometimes they will they're going to adjust it to however they want to. Because when you're a lawyer or any time, you can interpretate the law however you need it to be at whatever time you need it to be.
All involved. All these kids are good kids. They all had good grades. They all had bright futures. And in a moment, whatever happened under that tent has derailed a number of lives.
I think it was also during the trial, people talked about how emotional it was. I think you mentioned this too, Sean, that having to see the surveillance footage, having to see just what unfolded in the moments after this altercation, this interaction between these two 17-year-old moments students, and so yeah, this is probably I would imagine emotionally taxing for both sides, for both families, and to just consider that.
Let me see what's going on these other channels. I don't want to look on. It's certain channels that I'm just not gonna be looking on. Because because of
I hope he doesn't see me saying this, but how could you not support your dead brother, your slain brother, in your parents' quest to get justice for their fallen son?
I guess we all looking at kind of at the same ones that's out there.
Up until the verdict, which I'm expecting is going to happen sometime soon here. Talk about the law enforcement
Hey,
response. What are they looking for
I'm
in
doing
these
good.
crowds
I'm
to make a
doing good.
to
I'm good. Why wouldn't I be
right
good?
now? When you talk about a large gathering like this, and you talk about two sides of an argument that have been
How you doing today?
narrated,
Tomorrow it's my birthday, so I'm doing good.
enforcement, the boots on the ground, whose job it is to
Hey, good afternoon. Hey, APC.
as calm as possible. Because I'm assuming, Dr. Doe,
Yeah.
when this shakes out in the next couple of minutes,
I, let me tell you something. The news that I've been getting in the past 24 hours, baby, I have no reason but to smile and be grateful and glow.
perhaps justice was carrying.
We're waiting on the verdict. It's in, but we waiting on the verdict.
Frustrated. They're not going to know exactly what the jurors heard.
My leg is shaking like a mug right now.
So we haven't really been privy to some of the things that have been introduced or not in that courtroom.
Hey,
Available to the jurors that is not available to us right now. We also don't know what the thinking of those jurors is or has been.
hey, Miss M. Hey, thank you for my heart. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm trying to get this channel warmed up.
But not violently. And so they need to obviously show restraint. They need to make sure that property is not damaged, that other lives are not put at risk. And so it's not only how the information will be disseminated, but also how social media is going to play out.
Well, see, this is my thing. Why are they trying to make it seem like, okay, because why they trying to make it seem like we finna be out there acting a fool? What if it's finna be them out there acting a fool? We don't know I don't understand why they do that.
On the air, even with this live broadcast and simulcast on the stream as well. Dr. Del Carmen, I cannot thank you enough for taking a couple of minutes out of your time to chat with.
It just be like they be wanting us to believe what they want us to believe, and I don't understand.
Always to be extremely valuable. So once again, sir, thank you very much for your time, and I'm sure we'll be chatting soon. We appreciate you. Always a pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Still nothing yet, guys. Still nothing yet.
I want to go ahead and see if we can go ahead and check in. Got Andrea, you're outside. We've got JD Miles inside. What do we know? It's 2:24 right now. We know Carmelo Anthony was in the courtroom. That's the last piece of advice that we got, information that we got. What's it looking like?
Yeah, if you see me looking at my phone, I'm in direct communication with JD Miles, who, as you mentioned, is in the courtroom right now. He's told us that they are still waiting on the judge and the jury, but that the courtroom has been filling up quickly. We know Carmelo Anthony is seated. We know his parents are in the room. We know that he has been sitting alongside his defense attorney, and JD Miles tells me he's looking tense right now. That Mike Howard, the lead defense attorney, has got his arm around Karmelo Anthony, that their two heads have been close, that they have been talking to each other. Also in the courtroom right now are the parents of the victim, Austin Metcalf. They are also present there. And then, of course, behind me, as you have been referring to, you've got this whole crowd waiting to see what happens. This is the same crowd that was spread out throughout the parking lot throughout the day. They consolidated there right in front of the courthouse, waiting to hear what comes of it. Also in that crowd up there is law enforcement. And law enforcement
My nerves is bad too, y'all. Like,
up there. You also have the troopers, the state troopers up there. They joined us here today as
a
well.
lot of people are speculating that they talking about the protesters and trying to make it seem like they being violent, and the protesters are not. They are literally just standing out there. A couple of people are was kind of talking. They was getting into it with each other. It's some YT people out there, and it's black people out there, and it's Metcalf people, and it's of course Carmelo people, and they are getting into it. It's not just is because I don't like how they be reporting stuff like that's not what's going. I'm looking at the camera. That's not what's going on. The two sides are getting into it. Okay, they're kind of conversing back and forth, and you know, a lot of people are saying because the juries they came back in 3 hours. We was thinking that at least it was gonna be but a day or something. But they told the judge told them that if they didn't get a verdict in today, that they was going when they came back tomorrow, that they was I mean they was gonna be well if they didn't get a verdict today, that they were going to be secluded in a hotel for them to come back tomorrow until they was able to get a verdict. So I think that kind of pushed the verdict. Don't nobody think that, this trial and moved a little fast? It has moved extremely fast. Like the defense then went fast, and I mean the prosecutor then went fast, and the defense then went fast. Like I'm just a little skeptical on both ends on that. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. That's a little weird.
security out here. Then, of course, you also have the law enforcement out here. So, of course, there's always that concern, always that worry. You never know what's going to happen. There have been some people showing up throughout the week that did seem to be, trying to stir things
Hmm.
when a lot of things were being yelled and a lot of really horrible things were being yelled. There was a lot of restraint on both sides that kept it from turning physical. And so that is my hope. I know that somebody's going to be disappointed with whatever the verdict is, since we have people here really hoping for different outcomes. Somebody's going to be disappointed, but I'm awfully hopeful that it will remain peaceful.
We're just hearing. I'm listening, Andrea, but we're getting some live updates right now. Just some notes. We're hearing that for the first time, Hunter Metcalf is in the courtroom. I don't know if you're seeing that as well. And that's important to note, right? Because Hunter Metcalf, hadn't been there throughout.
That's right. I think this is the first time that he's being spotted in the courtroom. We've heard his name a lot. This is the victim, Austin Metcalf's own brother, Hunter. We heard testimony about being there when his brother died. We have heard about his reaction, very emotional reaction, and from the people who was like comforting him after this occurred. But we haven't seen him before. But obviously, he's showing up, and this is, a lot of the times while testimony is taking place, some of the witnesses won't sit there and listen. Some people, some of the family will at times step out if it's going to be very disturbing testimony or very disturbing images. But often for the verdict is when we really see everybody want to be there.
Andrea, we're getting word that
this is the first time that we're seeing him.
the jury's walking in, but
coming in.
Which means as soon as they sit down, we're going to hear what this verdict is. So we're literally within a minute or so of finding out what the verdict is. So if we hear that, if you hear it first, you interrupt me. If I hear it first, I'll interrupt you. But
right, everyone's going to stand up. Is standing up on stir as the jury walks in. They're going to be seated. The judge is gonna say something along the lines of, "How do you find on count one, murder in the first degree?" And then you're gonna hear, you're not gonna hear J.D. Miles, who's sitting in the courtroom, is gonna hear what that verdict is. They're likely gonna ask about the count of murder. They're likely gonna ask about manslaughter. Of course, if it's guilty on verdict, it would be not guilty. Manslaughter would come into play. If it's not guilty on murder, then it would come down to manslaughter. If it's not guilty on both, again, that's an acquittal. And that's the end of the story.
Yeah, we're going to hear that here in a second. We also know that the judge had given orders that if this verdict were to come in before 4 o'clock, this would move immediately into the sentencing phase. How do you anticipate that?
Oh,
Know the verdict. I guess will there be another break, another recess, and then come back for that, or does that usually happen immediately? And again, just leaning into your experience.
Yeah, I would say generally there's a break. This judge happens to be one that keeps things moving quite quickly, so I'm afraid to really even try to predict what he's going to do. But we were warned that we would essentially go right into sentencing. It will be the same jury that determines guilt or innocence that would determine the sentence. That is something that Karmelo Anthony requested. He had the option of having the judge determine a sentence or the jury. He opted for the jury. But so at this point, both sides will once again have the option to present witnesses. Again, if this is a conviction, if Karmelo Anthony is found guilty, the defense would be able to present evidence of sort of mitigating circumstances, why the jury should give him 5 years as opposed to 99 years. And so we could hear some testimony or not. In some cases, the sentencing phase really is just another round of arguments, another round of the closing argument from our side. So
we have seen that too.
It could go. It could go either way. Those are the options. Yeah.
Well, we're going to be keeping a close eye on that. As you mentioned, we've got J.D. Miles inside. Andrea, you can't see this, but we're on a split screen right now. We have live aerial footage, video coming in from outside the courthouse, where it seems that security looks to be beefing up. It looks like we've got more law enforcement boots on the ground, sort of standing shoulder by shoulder. Some more police cruisers. From what you can see, do you also get that same sense from what we're seeing from the aerial video coming in? Do you sort of see an increased law enforcement presence there too?
No.
You're seeing the live.
Let's stand by here for a second. Getting word that we may have a verdict. So if you see it come through, Andrea, for folks who are joining us on the CBS News Texas stream and over the air, we are coming to you with breaking news with the Karmelo Anthony trial. We understand that a verdict has already been announced. We're just getting the word to see what exactly that verdict is. So please bear with us. We've got Andrea Lucia outside the courtroom, J.D. Miles inside, and we're watching everything from back here in the studios as well. At any moment now, we're expecting to hear what the verdict is. Okay, what is it? Go for it.
Guilty on murder.
Guilty on murder. Okay.
Guilty on murder.
There we go. I'm not sure if
that is the most severe. The most severe of the charges. A conviction of murder, which is obviously more severe than murder. We are going to go to sentencing, and again, the punishment range is 5 to 99 years. I'm going to step aside. We're going to look at the front. I know people up there were positioned to be first to get the word, but the word, since we have a direct connection to the court, just kind of watching to see what kind of reaction we're going to get from them.
Yeah, Andrea, you're right, because I don't know that the folks that have gathered out there have found out completely, or so they're finding out now. There seems to be some movement out there now. Perhaps now they're finally getting word of this verdict. But if you're just joining us right now, Karmelo Anthony, 19 years of age, has been found guilty by a court of law, by a jury of his peers, for the charge of murder.
That was not a jury of his peers. That was not a jury of his peers. That was not a jury of his peers.
Again, Andrea, like folks are now, we're getting images here. Folks are just hearing this. We're seeing what appears to be 2 women crying on the ground right now.
Yep, you're definitely seeing a reaction to the word coming out. A lot of the people that you're seeing, I would say there are more people here who have been supporting Carmelo Anthony than the opposite. So you're seeing their reaction. I also saw somebody just run down the courthouse steps, presumably to share the news of what they heard and saw. And you're starting to see people have started to relax a bit now. You're seeing some commotion. You're seeing movement. And security again positioned right there. You've got McKinney.
Yeah, Drew, we got to note. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We got to note that Carmelo Anthony broke down inside the court, and his parents broke down soon after this happened. So a lot going on inside that unfortunately we are not allowed to have a video from our crews that are positioned inside who have access to a phone or computer telling us that Carmelo. But what we are seeing outside right now from the gathered vehicle.
Why did you even put us on this fucking earth? Why did you put us on this earth? No, that baby didn't deserve it. He did not deserve it.
You said you saw two different
Today.
capturing the reaction. You mentioned he had communicated that Carmelo Anthony broke down in tears, and you could hear his cries. His parents did walk out. Judge informed Anthony that his bond has been extinguished. So he separated from this moment forward.
Just got word of that as well. And so the sentencing phase, this is going to start at some point here. And again, for the charge, the guilty on the charge of as we talked about, the sentencing guidelines very wide here, 5 to 99 years.
5 to 99 years, and that now becomes the focus of both sides, right? We're going to hear from the prosecution likely to go on the longer side.
This is the reason. We gotta come together, y'all. This is the reason why. This is the reason why we gotta come together, y'all. I can't stay on here, y'all. We gonna let them have their celebration. Cause we gotta pray for this baby. Cause if they found them guilty, they gonna try to throw the book at them.